They said a black man could never rule this nation, but here I stand, hand on the Bible, about to prove them all wrong. January 20th, morning. The oath trembles on my lips. Chief Justice's eyes search mine. Does he see Michael Jackson, the entertainer, or Michael Jackson, the commander-in-chief? Behind me, a sea of faces stretches to the Washington Monument. Some crying, some screaming my name like it's a concert. But this isn't Wembley Stadium. This is the Republic's altar, and I'm about to become its priest. I, Michael Joseph Jackson, my voice cracks, not from nerves, from the weight of 400 years pressing down on my shoulders. Every enslaved ancestor, every lynched dreamer, every child who looked like me and was told, "You can't." But what if I fail? What if they were right? Day 1, the weight of the crown. The Oval Office smells like old wood and broken promises. I sit at the resolving desk, the same desk where Kennedy stared down nuclear war, where Lincoln freed the enslaved. My fingers trace the wood grain. Someone carved initials here. JFK? Or some janitor nobody remembers. "Mr. President," my chief of staff interrupts, "the Joint Chiefs are waiting." Joint Chiefs, generals who've spent decades learning how to end lives efficiently. And they're waiting for me, the guy who moonwalked on Motown 25. I walk into the Situation Room, 12 faces, 11 white, 1 female, 0 smiles. "Gentlemen, ma'am," I take my seat. "I know what you're thinking. This pop star has no business commanding our military." You're right. Silence. Sharp. Cutting. I don't have business commanding you. I have something bigger. A mandate from 78 million Americans who are sick of endless war. General Matthews leans forward, silver stars glinting. "Mr. President, with respect." "With respect, General," I read the briefs. 7 active conflicts, $800 billion defense budget, and we're still losing. Not because our soldiers aren't brave, but because we keep fighting the wrong wars. I slide a folder across the table. Inside, my first executive order. Effective immediately, I'm establishing the Heal the World doctrine. For every dollar we spend on bombs, we spend 2 on schools, hospitals, and clean water, here and abroad. That's unprecedented, someone mutters. So was electing me. Day 7, the midnight call. 3:47 a.m., the red phone screams. That phone only rings for one reason: crisis. "Mr. President," the voice is tight. "We have a situation in the Middle East. Armed militants attacked our embassy. 12 Americans trapped inside. We need authorization to..." "To what?" My heart hammers. "Launch missiles? Send in Marines?" "Both, sir. The window is closing." I'm in my bathrobe, barefoot on cold marble. The portraits of past presidents stare down. Washington, Roosevelt, Obama. What would they do? What would you do? Send young soldiers to die, or risk Americans dying on live TV? "How many militants?" I ask. "Estimated 40 to 50. "How many children live in that neighborhood?" Pause. "Sir, we don't have..." "Find out." My voice is ice. "I will not kill one innocent child to save 12 adults. Not on day 7. Not ever." "Mr. President, the Geneva Convention..." "Doesn't give me permission to play God. Get me the Egyptian president on the phone. Get me the Turkish foreign minister. Get me every regional player who doesn't want American bombs raining down. We negotiate. And if negotiation fails, then I authorize a surgical extraction team, non-lethal when possible. We go in like surgeons, not butchers." I hang up. My hands shake. Michelle Obama once said the presidency ages you. I feel 100 years older than yesterday. Day 14, the congressional baptism. Capitol Hill, where hope goes to die. I'm presenting my first budget, the Humanity First Act. It slashes military spending by 30%, redirects funds to universal health care, climate action, criminal justice reform, and UBI pilot programs. Mr. President, Senator Hartwick sneers, your budget is idealistic. It's moral. It's suicide. You'll destroy the economy. I stand, walk to his desk. The chamber goes silent. Senator, I grew up in Gary, Indiana. My father beat me. My childhood was stolen. I know what it means to survive in a system designed to break you. My voice drops. Everyone leans in. Your economy, our economy, is already destroyed for 60 million Americans living paycheck to paycheck, for families choosing between insulin and rent, for veterans sleeping under bridges while we build $2 trillion fighter jets. I place a photo on his desk. This is Marcus, age 8, Flint, Michigan. He has lead poisoning from tap water. Tell me, Senator, how do I explain to Marcus that we can't afford clean pipes, but we can afford another aircraft carrier? Silence, the kind that makes you hear your own heartbeat. Vote against my budget, but know that history will remember who chose weapons over children. Day 21, the phone call that changes everything. Michael, it's my mother. She never calls me Mr. President. Mom, I'm in the middle of... Your brother's been arrested. Time stops. What? Jermaine, in Vegas. They're saying drugs. But Michael, I know my boy. Something's wrong. I cancel my afternoon, fly to Nevada on Air Force One. The sheriff meets me at the jail, a white man with a smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Mr. President, your brother was caught with... I want to see him. Now. Jermaine's face is swollen, fresh bruises. They planted it, he whispers. Mike, they planted it. Because of you. Because you're trying to... A guard yanks him back. Time's up. Like hell it is. I turn to the sheriff. I'm invoking executive authority. He's coming with me. Sir, you can't... Watch me. Day 30. The betrayal. Emergency cabinet meeting. My Secretary of Defense resigns. On live TV. The president, he says into CNN cameras, is compromising national security with his pacifist fantasies. Pacifist fantasies. The words echo. That night I walk to the Lincoln Memorial alone. Secret Service shadows me, but I need the illusion of solitude. I stare up at Lincoln's stone face. You freed the slaves and they shot you for it. What am I freeing people from? Themselves? A homeless veteran sits nearby, Purple Heart on his torn jacket. You're doing good, he says. Don't stop. I sit beside him, President of the United States, on cold steps, next to a man society forgot. What's your name? I ask. Jerome. Jerome, I'm terrified I'm failing. Failure, he says, lighting a cigarette, is giving up. You still breathing? You still trying? That ain't failure. Day 50, the choice. Another crisis. Foreign nation threatens nuclear escalation. My generals want preemptive strikes. If we don't act now, General Matthews pounds the table, millions die. If we do act now, millions die. This is war, Mr. President. There are no clean hands. I think of Marcus in Flint, Jerome at the memorial, Jermaine's swollen face. Then maybe, I say slowly, it's time we stopped worshiping war. I pick up the phone, call the enemy leader directly. This is President Jackson. I'm proposing something insane, a global summit. No weapons, no threats, just conversation. Why would I trust you? His accent thick, hostile. Because I'm the first American president to admit we've been wrong. About a lot, and I'm willing to prove it. Silence. Then, 1 week, Geneva. But Jackson, if this is a trap, it's not, I swear on my children's lives. Day 75, Geneva. The summit hall. Leaders from 40 nations. Cameras everywhere. I begin. I'm not here as a superpower. I'm here as a human being, terrified for my species. I remove my suit jacket, roll up my sleeves. Let's stop pretending we're gods playing chess with lives. Let's admit we're scared, broken people who inherited systems we don't understand. Russia's president smirks. Weakness. No, honesty. Weakness is pretending we have all the answers while the planet burns and children starve. I press play on a video. Footage of war zones, refugee camps, melting glaciers, crying mothers. Tell me, I point at the screen, which of us can watch this and feel proud? By the end, 3 leaders are crying, 12 agree to bilateral peace talks, 5 commit to climate action. It's not perfect, but it's a start. Day 100, the reckoning. Oval Office, sunrise. I'm exhausted but alive. My approval rating, 52%. Not great, but considering I've dismantled half the military-industrial complex, prosecuted corrupt officials, and pardoned non-violent drug offenders, including my brother, it's a miracle. The phone rings. It's the UN Secretary General. President Jackson, the Nobel Committee wants to discuss. Tell them I don't want prizes, I want results. I hang up, walk to the window. Outside, protesters march. Some love me, some hate me, both groups waving signs with my face. What did I accomplish in 100 days? Ended 3 military conflicts through diplomacy, cut defense budget by 40%, redirected to infrastructure, passed universal pre-K, banned private prisons, established National Reparations Commission, reduced carbon emissions by 15% through executive action, survived 4 assassination attempts. They don't make the news anymore. But numbers don't capture the feeling. Walking through D.C. and seeing hope in black kids' eyes, receiving letters from mothers thanking me for bringing their sons home from war, knowing I made enemies of every billionaire and warlord and sleeping fine anyway. The Oval Office door opens. My daughter walks in. Daddy, they're saying you'll lose re-election. Maybe. Does that scare you? I kneel, look into her eyes, my eyes. Baby, I'm not here to win. I'm here to change the game. And whether they throw me out in 4 years or keep me for 8, one thing's true. What? The world will never unsee what we showed them. That a black man from Gary, Indiana, who danced for a living, could stand in this office and choose love over fear. She hugs me. Outside, the sun breaks through storm clouds, and for the first time in 100 days, I believe we might actually make it. But then, the red phone rings again. My daughter's eyes go wide. Daddy? I pick up. The voice is panicked. Mr. President, we just intercepted communications. There's a coup inside your own cabinet. They're moving tonight. The line goes dead. My daughter whispers, "What's happening?" I don't have an answer. Not yet. To be continued.